All right, so I just got back from watching The Mystery of Ungentlemanly Warfare, the latest Guy Ritchie movie, and I would say I'm a casual fan of Guy Ritchie. I haven't seen his entire filmography, but I've seen some of his more recent stuff. I really like his Sherlock Holmes movies. I enjoyed the Man Called Uncle, I believe it's called. So he's made some pretty good movies that I've seen, but I haven't seen some of his classics yet. But from what I have seen, I do enjoy his style. So I was looking forward to this movie. The trailer seemed pretty interesting, and it seemed like an interesting story based off a true story, as the trailers say. And I have to say that this movie is very much a mixed bag for me. I am leaning more positive than negative, but it's still mixed. And I would say the movie is quite a drag in some parts of it, unfortunately. There are parts of it where I'm really enjoying it. I'm really getting into the action or the espionage, which, by the way, this is more of an espionage movie than an action movie. So if you come into this thinking this is a straight up action movie, it's not. There is action in this movie, and the action is well done, and it's very entertaining while it's happening, but it's not most of the movie. Most of the movie is an espionage type of movie of trying to devise a plan, and then the plan goes wrong for X, Y, and Z, and so then they have to think of another plan and get around that, and then something else goes wrong. We have to think of another plan to get beyond that, and sometimes it's done really well, but other times all this setup is not done in a very interesting way. So it makes the movie feel a lot longer than it actually is, unfortunately. The characters as well, while portrayed charmingly by actors. The actors here are all good, especially Alan Ritchson. He just needs to be in everything. There's rumors that he's going to be the next Batman. I hope it's true because he'd be great as Batman, but he's really good in this movie. It's such a delight to see him on screen. But not just Alan Ritchson. Everybody is doing a phenomenal job in this movie. But the script, their dialogue, the interactions between characters is not that strong. It's not terrible, but it's not, it doesn't, you don't really feel a big sense of camaraderie like you do in other movies, like Saving Private Ryan, which I know it's not fair compare this movie to Saving Private Ryan. They're completely different types of movies, but the sense of camaraderie is not quite there for this one for me. They're just kind of all talking. There's a lot of stiff British upper lip going on in this movie. I haven't seen a movie do that in quite some time, but it is a Guy Ritchie movie, so what do you expect? But there's a lot of old boy and chaps and stuff like that, which is, charming, but that's all you're kind of getting between these characters. You don't feel like they really care about each other all that much. I will say, except for two characters, I kind of liked their dynamic. It was all business, but it was still kind of fun seeing these two characters work together. It was these two characters who go undercover at the Nazi base while they're waiting for our main troop of heroes to get to the base. I found their espionage stuff to be the most interesting for the most part. But yeah, on a whole, though, the movie does tend to drag during these build-up moments. But when the movie does get rolling, it is pretty interesting. Like I said, the action is good. They do a good job of making you really dislike the bad guys. To be fair, these are Nazis, so it's not that hard to get us to dislike them, but they are portrayed deliciously evil, and you really want to see them get their comeuppance. So that's fun. What else? The aesthetic of this movie as well. When it was really diving into this James Bond, Indiana Jones style lavishness, exotic adventure type stuff, I was really getting into it. I really did feel like this was the type of thing you would see James Bond or Indiana Jones do. And don't want to spoil anything, but there's a reason why this feels like a James Bond movie, that if you wait till the end, you'll see why. But I really enjoyed that feel the movie had. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that feel all the time, but when it does hit those moments, it's really good. I really felt like I was watching a good old-fashioned adventure movie. So yeah, a mixed bag for me. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I I don't know if I'd ever want to watch it again, but I'm glad I saw it. There are parts of it that I enjoyed that I'm not mad that I went and watched the movie. So yeah, if you like World War II or you like adventure movies and you like this cast and the trailers didn't seem to turn you off at all that much, I would say this is definitely worth a ticket, maybe a night out to go watch this movie. But yeah, so Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is in theaters right now. You can go ahead and check it out.